Chiefs training camp risers and fallers, Kahlil Benson's surprise push, Mansoor Delane's setback, and more. Joseph, the Kansas City Chiefs are officially a week into full squad training camp, which means it's a good time to look at things from a big picture view. And who has slipped on the depth chart since practices began? Here's a look at the Chiefs' early risers and fallers. Riser. Offensive tackle Kahlil Benson. It would be difficult to overstate the kind of underdog story it'd be if undrafted rookie Kahlil Benson becomes the Chiefs' 2026 starting right tackle.
Fruit flies taking over your kitchen? This discreet plug-in trap uses light to attract flying insects, then captures them on a replaceable adhesive cartridge without noisy zapping or messy sprays. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/one right now.
Advertisement: he isn't just an undrafted rookie out of Indiana. He ended up signing with the Chiefs after he stood out among more than 100 tryout players at rookie minicamp. The odds of a player like that just making the roster are usually minuscule. And yet, Benson has been the primary starter at right tackle during training camp while competing with veteran Jalon Moore. Benson, at 6'6" and 319 pounds, still has a lot to prove. And he's had some rough practice moments recently while going against what is increasingly looking like an improved KC defensive line. But it's also late enough in practices now to know Benson's placement on the depth chart is more than a ploy to motivate Moore. Benson is getting a real look to start in Week 1, which means any Chiefs risers list has to include him. Faller, cornerback Mansoor Delane. I want to be clear. This isn't an indictment of rookie cornerback Mansoor Delane, the player. 6 pick is not a full go for practices because of a lingering shoulder injury. The more worried I am about him being ready mentally and physically to start Week 1. The Chiefs are trying to thread quite a needle here. Delane, while still wearing a yellow, no-contact jersey, has been out on the field to get mental reps during 11-on-11 drills before retreating to the sideline for the actual play. The setup indicates he's eager to keep learning, and the Chiefs want to involve him as much as they can, but it also shows the team isn't getting him the full integration they would have hoped. There's a lot of pressure here for Delane to work out, and right away. The team lacks depth at cornerback after trading Trent McDuffie and losing Jalen Watson in free agency. And the fact KC used excess draft resources to trade up for him only solidifies the reality that he needs to be an immediate contributor. Advertisement Delane will be playing catch-up over the next few weeks even if he heals quickly, and that's not ideal for a team that needs him ready early. Riser. Tight end Jake Brenningstool. We haven't seen much from second-year tight end Jake Brenningstool, who took the equivalent of a redshirt season in 2025 while battling a hamstring injury. The 2025 undrafted free agent put 2 of his best practices together in a row this week, though earning some first-string reps with quarterback Patrick Mahomes on Wednesday, while also impressing Tuesday with a twisting catch over the middle. At GarrettNus13 right at J Brenningstool pick, Twitter, com/R8QHVXDJM 8 Kansas City Chiefs, at Chiefs. August 4, 2026 Reed complimented Brenningstool Wednesday for his recent progress. It's great that he's back-to-back in some practices here, and then you get a chance to see what he's all about, Reed said. He's a good receiver, and you know what? He's stuck his nose in there, and he's blocking. That's his challenge right now. Faller. Running back Emmett Johnson. Much like my take on Delane, I want to be clear about what I'm saying here. The Chiefs were thrilled to get Emmett Johnson in the 5th round of April's draft, and I think his long-term prospects with the team remain unchanged. But as of now, he's been a clear 4th in the running back pecking order in practices, behind both Brashard Smith and Emery Demercado. That doesn't mean it can't change, or that the Chiefs don't have plans for him. At minimum, they appear to have plenty of special teams work slated for Johnson as he integrates into the pros. Reed mentioned Wednesday that one thing the team needed to see more from Johnson was keeping his pad level low while running. You go high at this level, and you're going to get rearranged, Reed said. And you don't want that to happen. Advertisement, what we can say as of now. The Chiefs feel more comfortable with other options as Johnson continues to grow. Riser. Defensive tackle Peter Woods, first-round defensive tackle Peter Woods, was the clear standout of the first padded practice this week and continues to flash in one-on-one drills. Woods said 2 weeks ago he slimmed down to 308 pounds while hoping to become the type of quick-fire mismatch he was early in his Clemson career. It's still early in training camp, but I'd say Woods' start has been the most encouraging of any defensive player. Faller, cornerback Jadon Kennedy like Johnson above, this is only a depth chart observation and not a final verdict on what fourth-round cornerback Jadon Kennedy will eventually become. For now, though, Kennedy is behind Chris Roland Wallace and free agent signing Kader Kohou at slot cornerback. Kennedy should be a day one special teams contributor, but he might need some time to crack the team's top cornerback rotation. Riser, edge rusher Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the Chiefs do not appear to have extensive depth at defensive end, so 2023 first-round pick Felix Anudike-Uzomah's having his best camp has been a welcome storyline, especially with second-year player Ashton Gillott missing recent practices with a hamstring injury. Anudike-Uzomah, who missed last season with a hamstring injury, has held his own during first-team reps while impressing Reed with his explosiveness. Way different getting off the ball, Reed said Wednesday of Anudike-Uzomah. If there's one thing that jumps out at you, it's that. Though Anudike-Uzomah has had a disappointing Chiefs career, he's still just 24 as he enters the final season of his rookie deal. While it'd be silly to predict a double-digit sack season, it remains true that Anudike-Uzomah would exceed expectations if he simply brought some pass rush juice while serving as a capable rotation player on the defensive line. The way he's played so far, he's trending toward clearing that benchmark with ease. Advertisement other quickfire risers, offensive tackle Josh Simmons. Added noticeable weight between mandatory minicamp and now, and has been impressive in one-on-ones and in the screen game. Receiver Andrew Armstrong. Reed said the 2025 undrafted free agent has good speed for a big kid and good transition, quickness, which has helped him land quite a few first-team reps with other wideouts sidelined. Running back Brashard Smith. Getting lots of work with the first-team offense in goal line and red zone settings. I wasn't sure he was a lock for the roster this summer, but the 2025 seventh-round pick seems firmly in this year's plans.